Hey everybody, it's Christina of CraftyPaws. I'm here to share with you guys a little jewelry making project, or actually a jewelry alteration project with you guys. I received this beautiful costume jewelry brooch from my husband's grandmother before she passed away. But I'm not really a brooch person. In fact, I don't think I've ever worn a brooch. So it just kind of sat in my jewelry box, and I decided to do a little searching online for what maybe I could do with this brooch. And I was surprised to find that there's a design of this brooch actually that comes apart in the middle and was made into a choker and was actually sold like that from the designer. The designer is Cinner, Cineer, and it is costume jewelry. It's not like real gold or diamonds or anything like that, but it is a well-known costume jewelry designer, and that I saw a couple different versions of, some with green eyes and some done in silver rather than gold colored metal. And I decided I was going to try to convert this brooch into my version of that necklace. So what I did, you'll see here, I took, this is like a Dollar Tree kit for hanging pictures. And so I cut this top part of this picture hanging hook off. I just took like a metal cutter, and I had a few of these. So I actually attached them. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. The two cut off pieces, so just like the hook part, and I glued it on with E6000. And I let it dry overnight. And now I've got two hooks to which I can hook on a choker necklace that I'm going to string. I actually found some beautiful vintage black glass beads and some gold beads at Michael's. So I actually strung it together, but I didn't have the right kind of wire, so I just used what I had, and it's actually falling apart. So I'm going to restring this properly and make it into a choker, and I will come back and share with you guys the final results, which I hope will be beautiful. You can kind of see what it would look like there. I'm going to make it just a tad longer so that it sits nicer on my neck. And I will hopefully come back to share with you guys a completed multi-strand choker design. So this is my bead design board. It folds up and stores really nicely, but it has like a spongy area from which you can design the pattern that you might want for a necklace. So I am unstringing or unwiring all these beads that I had put onto this wire that was too thin, and I'm trying to lay everything out and pull it off of the wire and maintain the pattern as best I can. So I won't have to start fully from square one. And this actually seems to work pretty well. I get better at it as time goes on. There are 8 strands in total that I'm going to be doing, but I just wanted to share with you guys the process, not of the entire thing, but of how I go about restringing these beads. So this was the craft wire that I first had used, which just was too delicate. And this soft flex wire is actually a whole bunch of thin wires. You can see the difference in the thickness there, but it's also coated with like a plastic. So this is a medium weight. They have a fine, medium, and heavy, but depending on how heavy your necklace beads are going to be. And I am measuring out about 18 inches or so, maybe 19 inches, because I know that I'm going to need a little bit of excess on either end to do loops. And this is a tiny little crimper, I don't know if you can see there, that I just had in my stash. So I put the crimp bead through, and then I double back the wire through that little tiny crimp bead. And with that little loop, I'm using this crimping tool, and I'm going to put links in the description box to all the tools that I use. But basically, it's kind of pinches the crimp bead, and then you go further along toward the point of the tool and you crimp again, and it makes it really secure. So now it's just a matter of stringing the beads in the order that I want. I'm very slow at this initially, but you'd be surprised. I think I watched a couple of TV shows like half-hour TV shows. And I had kind of the Emmys in the background running, and I was able to complete all the strands that I needed for this. And it was really mindless, kind of zen for me. So I really enjoyed the process. So this is the completed necklace. I strung 8 strands of beads, and these beads are actually from a vintage necklace that I bought off of eBay for, I think, like $6 or something. And then I added these little round gold beads that I picked up at Michael's using a coupon. So the pattern that I decided to use was small bead, long bead, small bead, long bead, 7 of the long beads surrounded by the small beads, and then 5 gold beads, again repeating the 7, 5 gold, the 7, the 5 gold, so on and so forth, all the way around. And it created this perfect choker length. And I'm hooking the loop through that hook, and it connects like that. The other side is the same. And that is how the necklace gets connected and is worn. And if I wanted a little bit of a more twisted look, I can just twist the multi-strands and then hook it through. So it has like that torsade look. And you can wear it with this in the center or off to the side of the neck. And I'm going to insert a couple of pictures so you can see how that looks on. And that's my completed conversion of a brooch into a necklace. I hope you've enjoyed this jewelry crafting video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys are having a wonderful crafty day.